Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. How are you today? I hope you are having an amazing day and you feeling amazing. However, if you have not been feeling amazing, let me tell you why that is. Okay? There's been a very serious energy flip lately that caused a lot of purging of the energy that is not belonging to your space anymore. Okay? So, oh, squirrel. Oh, I love them. Um, the purging, it can be well, my purging was to actually have like food poisoning. Okay, I couldn't stop getting rid of all the things out of my system, and I eventually just got feeling revived. Okay, and this is and more purified, because this is what I intended on. Okay, so every time you get triggers, every time you feel like you have an anxiety around someone, right, someone is causing you feel a certain way that you would not normally feel in any other situation. This is your energy speaking to you and is trying to get rid of something that does not belong to you anymore. Okay, the reason for this is because we are going through a massive challenge right now. It's like a third world war. However, it's not happening on a physical level where everybody's going to be shooting each other. It's happening on a frequency level, on a level where we don't see. Okay, and because we are raising our vibrations and we are going up anyway, because our consciousness is evolving, by this I mean collectively, by all human beings, our consciousness has to expand. Therefore, we're going to have to grow, and we're going to have to let go just of everything that is not belonging to us anymore. So just like a snake shedding its skin, yeah, like a skin on a snake that is falling off, basically, right? It has to do a little bit of a movement, of a force, right? It's a process. It's gonna happen. It doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, perhaps the whole shedding, right, happens overnight. However, for this new skin to grow, there is a whole process that is going on, and for it to shake it off, it needs to wiggle out of the old skin, and wiggling is hurt, right? Wiggling is painful, yeah, and it will be. Okay, so whatever you are experiencing right now, it might be to do with how you feel physically, but like for example, all those massive migraines, right, or some kind of muscle pains and aches and nauseas, right? But also on an emotional level, right? Anxieties, like massive, like panic attacks, or just like not feeling confused, for example, feeling like you are stuck, feeling like, although there is no real danger out there to feel anxious or fearful, although there is no real reason for you to feel stuck, because you obviously moving forward every day, yeah, but those feelings, they are there to show you things for you. They are just like little road signs for you. They are telling you what to do next. Okay, they are directing you to a place where you should be, and this is really important. Okay, guys, if you like my eyebrows, because I've done them myself, wink wink, then just leave me a like. Okay, and leave me likes if you like those messages from moi, because I like likes. And please, if you feel like this is something that resonates with you, this is something that feels that is close to your heart, and you are just basically interested in energy and in how, because that's all we are really, then just pass it on to other people. Because for me, the most important thing right now is just to let people know that what they should do is energetically protect themselves. Okay, and you can easily protect yourself. Now, when you go out, right, in a place like this, the trees are absorbing everything that you've picked up. Okay, for example, it's not only for your benefit because there is more oxygen in a place like this than there is in a building, obviously, and oxygen is the best healer. Okay, so this is obviously going to benefit your physical body that way, but energetically you calm down, because everything that is in your space gets absorbed by the trees. Okay, because this is a natural environment. This is a natural environment for a human being to be in. Okay, and the more you are in a place like this, the more you calm down your nerves, your anxieties, everything goes away. Okay, you can breathe deeper. You can express yourself in any way you want. You can sing, for example. Okay, I sing sometimes when I'm in the forest, because no one can hear me and I can just be free. Okay, because this freedom is ultimately my highest value, like everybody else's. You just don't know this. Okay, but what I wanted to say today when it comes to this is, make sure that you protect your energy. You know what? I'm just going to go in the field because I am excited to go on fields lately. I really feel grounded when I'm in fields, and this is really exciting place for me. Look, there's a little path there, and I can go and sit on a field. How exciting is this? Okay, so energetic space that you pick up a lot of energy from other people. Okay. Obviously, it belongs to you. However, because you have to go to work every day, because you meet people that you wouldn't normally choose to, for example, meet, right, on a daily basis. If you go to work and there's a lot of people and you pass in them and everything, this is all energy exchange. You have to remember that everything is energy exchange, literally everything. Okay, because that's what we are doing. This is why we are here for, on that level. On that frequency level. Okay, we have to remember to keep it high, and right now it's somewhat difficult and challenging, and I understand and I know, and sometimes you are tired, you are going to go through I don't know, a conversation with a person, and it turns out that it just left you empty, like you have no fucking no energy for the rest of the day just because you had a chat with someone. And this is exactly why. Okay, the reason why is you are in a reality that is different to that person's, and your vibe, if you've been working and you consciously been looking after your health and your well-being, then you're gonna know that your vibe is higher. Okay, there are a few hang on, let me just not break my leg whilst talking. Wow, check this out. Jesus Christ, I'm in heaven. I'm literally in heaven. So there are a few signs of, and you can realize when you have a higher vibe, that when you walk into a room, there is silence. Okay, and people they stare at you, for example, right? They just wait, and they just like are quiet, and they just like sort of look at you all the time, because you hold a vibe that is not really that common. Okay, you are uncommon. Okay, and that's why it's just weird to others. Okay, when you hold more light inside of you, when you know that your vibe is higher, because you've been working consciously to elevate your vibe, because you know it's your responsibility, because you know exactly what you are doing, you know how to feel through all the things that you've had inside of you and purge them out for the benefit of yourself and other people, then you will be irritating to other people. Okay, to other people who have who are the opposite of you, who are doing everything to lower their vibes, because they just choose not to set boundaries for themselves. Okay, and if they choose not to set boundaries for themselves, they are going to hurt themselves. And if they hurt themselves, their frequency is going to be of self-harm. And guess what's going to happen to them? They're going to attract more harm. Okay, and harm is harm. It can be a disease, it can be a road accident, it can be whatever. Okay, as long as it's hurtful. Okay, and this is how you know that you are holding a higher vibe. Okay, that you can see through illusion, and you are also aware of being. Okay, you are aware of how your being affects other people, and you are aware of how your energy needs to be held in order to shift it, right? Just by being yourself. See, this is how excited I am. So I spit. This is how excited I am when I'm talking about energy, frequency, and vibrations. Okay, vibrations are emitted from your physical body because that's what it is, your heartbeat. So it's going to be inevitable. Okay, and vibes that are pushed out of you by a heartbeat, the quality and the frequency of those vibes depends on beliefs that you hold. Okay, and this is beautiful. And the beliefs, the lower the beliefs, I mean, the more degrading, non-serving, negative in inverted commas, because there's not really such thing. It's just something that doesn't serve you, it doesn't agree with who you are, right? Lies, beliefs that were conditions that you hold yourself unknowingly, often, very often unknowingly. They are going to cause, especially right now when the energies are very strong, right? And then you attract really quickly, okay? That's why everything's changing so quickly. Those vibes, right, that are going to be emitted out of you because your heart is pushing them out, okay? They are going to be sent out there to quantum field. They are going to be returned to you in the same form. And the reason why it's so important to look after your vibe is to and to be happy really inside, because then you can get the happiness back to you. But this is, I'm talking genuine happiness, right? And I'm not actually talking here about fake happiness, like smile your fucking way through the sadness. No way. Okay, what I mean is feeling the only way. That's the paradoxical thing here. The only way to go into the happiness is to go through plow through the things that you already have in your space that doesn't belong to you, and these things are often very sad. Okay, there's a lot of people who say to me recently. I even had somebody write underneath my one of my videos, I think yesterday or a few days ago, they're sad, right? But what is the sadness, right? Do you know why you are sad? There is an example. I can give you an example from my personal life, and I hope that my daughter is not going to mind me sharing a story. But before I do that, can I just please sit down? Bear with me 1 second. I'll pause the video for a sec. Okay. So yeah, sadness, for example, right? Where let's say, my daughter the other day, right? We had a discussion in the evening. Hi, good night. How are you? Blah blah blah. You all right? Yes, I'm ready to sleep. But what? But my heart feels heavy, yeah, and my heart on my chest feels heavy, and I didn't know what to say, because sometimes you just don't, right, when you're a parent. And I was like, okay, do you know why? And then from words to word, we just sort of had a little conversation, and I said, well, how about we're gonna do like a little game, and you're just gonna say, because she didn't know what she was, she had that, I have a heavy heart, or I have a heaviness on my chest. I think I have a heaviness on my chest because ... and say why. Just think. It doesn't matter what comes out, just say it. And then she said something, right, that I already knew what it was, okay? And then I said, okay, so how about we just going to, but it wasn't still actually the emotion that she was trying to express. It was still just the situation that was causing this. And then I said, well, how about just extend that sentence by saying, I think that I have a heavy chest because ... and it turns out that she says like, and I am sad because I'm not gonna have whatever I had before in the past. And that was it. We hit the spot of being sad here, okay? And let's say that you were that child who was overlooked when you were a child, and no one actually paid attention to you the moment that you had a heavy chest, okay? And you never sort of let yourself be sad. You never let yourself, and no one ever told you that it's okay to be sad because you are losing something, even if it's something that seems so trivial, seems so little, minute and non-significant, because you don't only lose members of a family when they die. You lose things, and you lose situations, and you lose sort of events, right, that are happening in your life as well. You lose yourself for who you're not anymore, but you obviously, because you are evolving and you're changing into a better and more mature person. However, that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't make you feel sad that you're losing the person that you were in the past, right? And sometimes you grieve, because you can grieve your childhood, you can grieve whatever. And then if you are a child of parents who were too busy because they didn't understand what life was all about, and they obviously gave you the best they could. However, they didn't actually give you this emotional support in the moment you needed it. The chances are that you never learned to go through and feel the sadness, yeah? And what the problem is, when imagine throughout your lifetime, if you don't learn that when you were a child, Yeah, when you go through sadness, you can't go through sadness because you don't know how to, or you don't know that you are actually experiencing sadness, because emotions, we need to learn. We need to learn feelings. And who had time? Did they teach you at school? Did you learn at school how to feel sadness? No. Okay, did you learn anything at school that is to do with emotions? No. Okay, that's why I feel that schools are pointless. Obviously, I shouldn't maybe be saying that. However, I'm saying that because that's how I feel at the moment anyway, because the thing I had to go through in the past that would be so beneficial if I had known them from a childhood, that are absolutely natural to any human being. It's just beyond me how many things that I didn't know, that I had to actually just come to my own conclusion. And it took me literally years of work, right? I mean, it paid off, don't get me wrong, because obviously I can show it to other people right now. However, it should be a basic thing at schools to teach how to feel, right? How to feel everything, no matter what it is, okay? Including anxiety, and how to observe it, and how to let it navigate you out of this emotion, and how not to dwell on it, and how these feelings are directions and are little pushes towards the places where we should be. Okay, so I mean, this is fascinating. It fascinates me, seriously. That's why I am recording myself, and I hope that I'm going to help some other people. So let's say that you have been really disadvantaged here, and your main guardians, when you actually needed the time, they didn't give it to you because they couldn't, right? Or they didn't know how to deal with their own emotions, which could be also because if they don't know how to deal with sadness because no one taught them and showed them any compassion for the sadness, they will not tell you how to do it because they don't know. And unfortunately, sadness, when it's pushed down yourself for a very, very long time, it turns into fear, and it's wrapped in fear, and then it comes out as anger. Okay, as anger, right? So anger is sadness wrapped in fear. Yeah. Now, it makes me feel emotional, seriously, when I talk about things like that, because I know what people have to go through. Okay, and I know how difficult it is right now. Okay, so guys, in order for you to elevate your vibe, in order for you to feel better, in order for you to feel like you have a happy heart, okay, like you really breathe, like you are safe, like you want to live, like it's worth living, that you feel like I am an amazing person and I am so grateful for living, right? This should be a mantra of every person in the world, because this is true, okay? However, it's not so easy when you've been conditioned for years yourself in your lifetime, and you've been pushing your own sadness, plus the energy of sadness of your ancestors has also been passed on to you from generation to generations for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Okay, so don't be surprised that now you have anxiety, because your body, right, can only hold so much energy that's suppressed. Okay, sooner or later it will come out. And unfortunately, suicides are an inability of feeling everything that is, because there's so much of it that people they just can't handle that. Okay, and so what I would like to say today, which is a very good news, feeling everything is possible. It is possible from you, no matter what state you are at right now, even if you have some thoughts that are not really beneficial, even if you feel like you are really, really on the verge of doing something that you don't want to do, okay? Whoever this message is for, I don't know, but I'm sure that somebody needs to hear this. That's why I'm recording it. I feel the urge to, so that means it's coming through. Please remember that there is a certain amount of energy that your body is unable to hold anymore. And the reason why you feel the way you feel right now, that is, I can't go any longer. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm so confused. My life doesn't make sense. Blah, blah, blah. All these things are just because you feel. You've never learned to feel properly whatever is within you. And there is a way to purge it out of you. It's not gonna feel pleasant, okay, because it's just like as if you were cut so many times. Is it gonna feel pleasant for you to start putting disinfectant on those wounds? No. Is it going to help it? Yes. Okay? Your physical body, you know when you cut yourself. You know because you are hurt. You know because you feel the pain and you feel the burning and you feel that the scratch is uncomfortable and it stings, whatever. And then it just heals after a while. Then it itches as well. So that's another discomfort. And then you finally get that scab that you've been waiting for, and when you are patient enough and you don't pick it, then it can just really heal nicely without any traces, right? But it takes time, and when you cut yourself, you don't get a scar on the same day. If you were cut, and I tell you one thing, that this is a cut. This is a cut on your soul, on your inner self, right? On your higher self, on your inner voice, on your emotional body. This is a cut when your feelings were mocked, when your feelings were just not shown compassion to, when they were met with aggression or anger, that maybe you I don't know, somebody reacted to you expressing your emotions that were normal and natural for you in the situation that you were experiencing, and in a way that were non-beneficial to you, and you had learned from that situation that it's best to keep it to yourself, that it's best not to feel it, or things that and conditions and false beliefs about emotions as well are not helping us, right? Because we often hear things like, you shouldn't be sad, or don't be sad, don't cry, okay? Especially men. Men should not cry, okay? This is bullshit, okay? The biggest bullshit you hear is that men shouldn't cry. Because men, just as much as women, obviously they don't need to release as much as women, right? However, they release the emotions that are not needed to them anymore, that are overwhelming, because the energies often are overwhelming, and the only way to express it is by crying, because this is natural. This is a mechanism that is given to us as humans to cleanse our bodies, our emotional bodies, out of the excess of energies we don't need anymore, okay? And that feel overwhelming. And for someone to say that you shouldn't cry is the biggest cut on emotional body, okay? So if you've been hearing things about, I can give you a beautiful example that we have in Poland, right? Girls who get angry get ugly, yeah? Imagine what girls who want to get angry, which is a natural thing to do when you are being hurt, or you meet some kind of unfair treatment, and it's a natural response. How are they going to block the anger not to get ugly, right? What kind of bullshit is this, right? So to cleanse our energy body, now that you know you're safe and you are ready to get rid of the shit that you have inside, you've been pushing it inside of you for very, very many years, and due to that fact, your energy space is dirty, is basically filthy, yeah? Then, sorry, I'm getting distracted here because somebody's trying to get in hold, but never mind. So all the energies that you've pushed over the years, you can now release, yeah? But you need to work on yourself and give yourself every day some space. Like you're given a space to your child, for example, like, I don't know how you're parenting or your kids, but if you like to observe like me, like for example, I don't know, I give myself those pauses of few minutes a day, or at least 5 minutes a day, just to watch what my daughter does, yeah, no, without judging, like completely, it doesn't matter what she's gonna do, but I just enjoy seeing what she's doing, and we're just watching her, like not in a freaky way, you know what I mean, we're just watching her without having to get involved in her doings or whatever. Just like watching her going like, oh my god, this is so interesting, right? She's going through here from one activity to another, and then she does this and that, and then she has ideas. Then she comes up to me, gives me a kiss, then she just goes away again, and then she says something, or she just kisses the cat, and I'm like, flipping hell, this is the most exciting thing I've ever done, right? So if you give space like this to your kids, why don't you give yourself space like that as well? And then relax and say to yourself that you are, especially when you're obviously on your own, or you have to be on your own, you have to have some kind of non-distracted time for yourself in order to be able to do this practice. But I'm not saying like full-on blown-ass meditation that everybody's right now is just so much into, but you don't need to meditate in order to get rid of all the things that are inside of you that you don't need anymore, okay? All you need to do is just to relax, sit down, and then close your eyes, or even with your open eyes, just feel whatever comes up to the surface without judging it, okay? Just take a deep breath, and for a bit be there without going anywhere with your mind. If your mind wanders away and then you start thinking about shit, just bring it back to yourself and say like, hang on a minute, like I'm just putting this boundary here, hang on, because this is important practice. This is just like brushing your teeth every day. You brush yourself from everything that was there, like you just, this is disinfectant on your wounds, right? So you just relax, you concentrate on your heartbeat, because if you feel your heartbeat and you feel the life inside of your body, and after a while when you start feeling how the energy is warmly going from one part of your body to another, and then you're able just to feel the body rather than think about it, then you can see all of a sudden that things come up and you might react in a different way. You might burst out laughing, or you might burst out crying. You might be just feeling heavy all of a sudden on your chest, or you feel anxiety. But nevertheless, whatever that is, if you allow this, okay, if you allow this and you will feel through this and you will breathe through it, I promise you it's not going to come back. Okay, I promise you this is something that you release out of you and it's never going to come back again. Okay, however, you have to remember that real difference after so many days, you can feel, yeah. But if you stop it, you'll get back to square one. Okay, if you stop this cleansing activity and you never allow yourself a breather, and you run from one place to another, and you never have time for things, and you clock watching all the time, and then clock watching all the time, and then you just you never allowing yourself a moment for yourself to breathe. And that moment for yourself, especially in the morning and in the evening before you go to sleep, so that you do something that is beneficial to your health and calm yourself down, rather than just spend it with your phone, or spend it with watching something that doesn't give you any value. Then you will just start pushing those energy back again, right? It needs to be released on a daily basis. You need to give yourself some attention on a daily basis, and you will feel a massive difference after 30 days, even if you give yourself 5 or 10 minutes a day. Yeah, that's all it is. 5 minutes is not a lot, but just sit there with a heartbeat, and then just sit there with your heartbeat and do nothing but just wait until your heart beats one after one, again and again and again, and then just enjoy this, yeah, because it's your heart. You can love it. It gives you life, yeah. And if the life that is inside of you, okay, it is so rewarding, because if you give it to it, if you give this to you, yeah, you will get the feelings of joy, the feelings of gratitude, the feelings of happiness. Slowly, little by little, after month after month after month, you're going to notice the difference in your behavior, a difference into your consciousness expanding, seeing different view of every situation, changing your perspective on certain things. You're not going to give attention to the things that you were given attention to before, and you're gonna feel so much better and calmer. It's just so beneficial. Okay, this is the exercise that I recommend to everybody. This, I've been doing it for years now, and it makes me feel amazing. Okay, it makes me feel like I am glowing. Okay, yes, I have bad days. I'm not saying that I just like farting rainbows and unicorns every day, but I am most days, and it's great. Yeah, obviously when I work on myself and I purge my shadows and I deal with my shadows, which recently I can share it. What was the most? It's really I'm making myself very vulnerable right now. Oh, but anyway, I had. I was hanging and watching, thinking about it today. Bear with me. Yeah. Oh, that was to do with hurt. Okay. For many years, I've been trying and working on myself and forever doing the right things, the right things that I thought they were right. But little did I know that my core belief about me is that I've been hurt. Okay? And guess what I attracted? Okay? I attracted more things that were painful. Yeah? Things were happening to me that were really not that pretty. Yeah? And meeting people that weren't really that nice. Yeah? And situations that were leaving me completely, almost on the ground. That was just because I felt hurt inside of me. Although the hurtful situation was long gone, I was holding to the hurt belief for very many years, and that I released just recently. It took me quite a while. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't pretty. It was at least at least a week, if not a bit longer, to journal it out, talk to someone about it, talk to myself about it, cry it out, obviously, right, and get rid of it and move on, and go through that sadness of that person who was hurt in the past. She's not hurt anymore. She's safe now. Okay, forgive that hurt and forgive myself that I actually let someone hurt me. Okay, let alone forgiving that other person and sending them blessings, but also to say goodbye to that person that I'm no longer her, and I could learn from that situation. That gave me an incredible sense of peace, an incredible sense of calmness, feeling safe, feeling looked after, and I could move on and then take a deep breath and go, right, okay, I know what to do from now onwards. That's why it's so important, guys. Okay, so whenever you can, it doesn't have to, if you have a 5 minute, just allow yourself this time for yourself. The more you do it, the more crap the quicker you're gonna get rid of everything that you've been conditioned with so far. You're gonna start realizing that most of the things that you thought they were real, they don't belong to you. They're not even your truth, and you're going to find out after a while of spending time with yourself, you're gonna find out who you are and who you truly are. That is the biggest gift you can give to yourself. And I'm walking around this earth and I'm just thinking to myself, Jesus, there's so many people, right? So many people, they don't even know that I have the thing that some other people that don't even know that exists. It's awareness of who you are. But there's so many people who know, and that is amazing, right? And there's more and more of us who are waking up to the truth of who we really are and how this world is designed, how we've been conditioned and how it's harming us, and how we can make it happen for us, for everybody, so that we elevate our vibe and we are finally reached to the point when we can emit our own vibration, our own frequency based on who we are, and take it from there. And then change the world for the better by creating your own life, by creating the life for others as well. Okay, making them more happy and more peaceful. Okay, so all the best for today. I hope you're having an amazing day today. It's beautiful. It's meant to be a beautiful week as well in the UK or wherever you are. Say hello to me, like my videos, and share my videos to people if you like the topics of grounding, spirituality, vibration, frequency, and energy. Then this is a channel for you. I am adding a lot of videos on this score. I know, because I can see in the terms of energy, frequency and vibrations, and I am so privileged and happy that it actually happened to me. Very grateful. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Bye.